Hey everybody, GReimer here, coming at you once again from the Lost Isles Zoo, here on the ZAWA Together server. This is, by the way, a server that you can join. It is my Patreon server. Check the link in the description below. I want to throw that out there because we just recently had another person join. We've got quite a few people. on there. It's a lot of fun. Server's been up and running for a long time, over a year. Okay, but we're still really active. It's kind of crazy. I say that, but right now I'm the only one on. Horrible timing, I know, but I promise you, there's more people that play on here. But yeah, all right. So last week we had a lot of fun. We built a Saiga antelope exhibit. I think that's how you pronounce it. I've had a week to learn. I don't learn too well. So learn too good. But since then, I've actually done a little bit of work around the volcano itself. Look at all these like basalt drooping parts coming off the volcano. I added those. Now I still have to add some on this side too, so I only got this much done. This is like 40 stacks of basalt. It's actually quite a bit, okay? So these are from past eruptions coming down here. But last week we built this exhibit right down here. Let's go take a peek. It's right there! Ah! Oh man, that was a rough landing. I'm surprised I didn't die. Anyway, it's right here. I tried to pull back at the last second, and I absorbed most of the impact with my body, so it's all good. All right, so this is the Saiga antelope exhibit. It's supposed to be kind of like the plains area, so I think it worked out pretty good. I think it looks pretty good. Now, I still have a couple of them I got to name, and we're going to get to that here in a second. That's the creepy-sounding African wild dog sounds coming from over there. But we're going to get to that in just a second. But I do got to point out something, though. Let's get back up here real quick. I still have to dig out this volcano. There's still so much to do. I mean, look at all this stuff over here. This all has to be done, too. There's so much to do. But would you just look at this place for a second? This is some of the finished parts of it right here, including the ship. Look at this place. All right, look at how amazing this is actually turning out. I'm totally patting my own back on this one. All right, look at this. Yeah, I built this. Actually, you guys have been supporting me the entire way, so technically we built this. But yeah, look at this place. It's really coming along. This place obviously needs to get finished still, but look at how majestic this is looking. Do keep in mind, this is not how it originally looked. This is how it originally looked. Okay, I'm on a single player world here, but I just loaded the same seed. This is what, this is the zoo. This is the volcano. This is what it originally looked like. Here's where the otter exhibit is. This is where the polar bear exhibit is. This is where the boat is, and the big leg spike in the main entrance. This is what was originally here. I think the zebra exhibit's somewhere around here. Okay, and then yeah, this is where my hidey hole is somewhere in this area. Yeah, keep in mind this is what the zoo originally was. All right. So there's been, like I said, the server's been up and running for over a year, but you can see the work that's been done. Now this part looks very much the same, but you can see the work that has been done, because instead of having like all of the, well, hold on, let me get a better view. Hold on, wait. Instead of having this, hold on, wait, right here. Instead of having like this, we now have this. Okay. So yeah, this place has changed quite a bit. Quite a bit. Like I said, there's a zebra exhibit right here. So remember how we were looking at the field of roses? In case you guys didn't catch the beginning parts of the season, look at this. This is nothing like a field of roses. This is insane. So yeah, thank you all for joining me on this huge journey that we've gotten this far. Now we still have a lot to do, and it's probably going to take about another year to finish the zoo, I'm thinking. But in today's episode, I've got some work I got to do around here. But before I get to that, I do have to name the Saiga antelope. All right, you guys were once again just killing it in the comment section, just dropping names left and right. And I picked out some goofy sounding ones because I like the goofy names. These antelopes look kind of goofy. Not gonna lie, their noses are like they like got some schnozzes on them, right? So I picked out some goofy names. So let me inhale a chicken and get to naming. All right, I have only got two of these bad boys. Bad girls. I've only got two of these bad girls, and the first one is going to be named Snuffy. Right? Snuffy was submitted by Chris Taylor Batguano.
Guano! That sounds so familiar. Bat droppings.
And I think Snuffy is a great name for one of these antelopes. It's perfect. And for the second one, we're going to name this Snorky. All right. Snorky was submitted by Paleo Art Guy, so thank you for that. It's a perfect name for one of these antelopes. Real quick, as we're on our way over there, let's just check. Yes, the porcupines are still here. They did not despawn like the boars that used to be here. So sweet, they're still around. And also, would you just look at the view again? Holy cow. I love the view from this little overlook platform right here, or this little bay is right here. There's the volcano up there. Look at this. You can see the masts in the sun. It's so cool. I know I've showed this in other videos, but it's just so cool. All right, I am going to need to take a power nap before I get to naming these. Okay, so let's put these antelope in place. Let's just have this one hovering over there for a second. This is going to be Snuffy. I don't think these things are going to attack me. I think I'll be fine. Snuffy, look at the nose on these things. They're adorable. They're adorable and ugly at the same time. But all right, here you go. Snuffy, welcome Snuffy to the Lost Isle Zoo. All right, let's go over here and we're going to put down Snorky. Snorky, welcome to the Lost Isle Zoo also. Yep, there you go. Bam. Enjoy your stay at your new exhibit. The water is fresh. You guys do look like you're at least 1 block tall, over 1 block tall, so I don't think you're gonna drown. So yeah, enjoy your time here, you weird elephant nose looking deer thingies. You can't even see me. Your eyes are on the side of your head. If I stand right in front of you, are you like blind? Is this like what's that? Pitch dark? Or what's that movie? Pitch Black. That's the one. Pitch Black. They where they have a blind spot right in front of them. I think so. Look at that. You guys can't see me if I stand in front of you. Sorry. All right, I got wildly distracted. Let's get back to actually building the zoo. All right. So what are we actually going to do today? Now I'm going to do a little bit of a different episode today because I've been slacking a little bit on some of this stuff here, mainly because I've been trying to do exhibit episodes. You know, it's because you guys like those things. But there's other parts of the zoo that need to get finished, and I'm kind of pressed for time. So I don't know how much time we're going to have to do like a live stream or so. So I think we're going to make an episode of that. We're going to tie up a couple of loose ends. That might be the name of the episode, tying up loose ends. So let's just take a look at the map here. This area right here, the foliage needs to be finished. I've been slacking. Bad GReimer. I've been slacking on this. All right. So I need to get over here and actually do the foliage. We're talking palm trees. We're talking all the bushes on the ground and stuff like that. The whole shebang. All right. And then up here, this area as well is a pretty large area of stone that needs to get filled in with grass, but also we could probably fit some kind of ruin on there, okay? Because we've been dotting ruins throughout the entire area. You can see some of them right here, actually. In fact, you might even be able to see some if you just look over there. Yeah, there's some right there. We've been sprinkling some ruins in over here, and this one that I'm talking about, look at this area right here. This big open area. It's just begging for me to put something here. Now, these would be ruined civilizations that were left over after the volcano like erupted and destroyed them. So if there's civilizations on this island, they got wiped out a long time ago. So, and it's overlooking the penguins down there, the banded penguins. So I think this would look really good. There's actually, it looks like a little fish in the water there too, but that's just naturally spawned. That one I didn't put there. So yeah, I'm thinking this will be pretty good. But it's all going to start though with going over here. I'm getting lost in my own map. Going over here and doing some of the trees and stuff, because we got to get this part filled in right over here. And I think the only real way to actually do that, so that you guys can see it in all its glory, is to do a time lapse. That was a lot of building. Holy cow. I know you guys love seeing me build palm trees. I know Cinnamon does, especially. That time-lapse was dedicated to Cinnamon Games, if you're out there watching. That one was dedicated to you, buddy. I know you like those. Anyway, so, yeah, we got all of the trees and foliage done right over here. Let me eat a chicken as I glide down here. All this stuff is now finished. The terrain is all done. There's nothing left to do. It looks great. It looks fantastic. There's a bunch of foliage everywhere. All of this stuff is good. It's really hard to walk in here because, like, one, the elytra keeps activating. It's been a very annoying time-lapse, making that last time-lapse, because the elytra kept activating. I kept missing with ender pearls. I ended up in the ocean over there at one point. It was just kind of a disaster. But it got built. It got built, and that's the important thing. Now, the one thing I did forget, and let me put the elytra back on now so that I can actually fly. One thing I did forget, though, is this area right there. I didn't actually get that. It's supposed to have a whole bunch of trees and stuff on it as well, and right now it just has plains. Like, there's just grass on it. But it doesn't anymore. Alright, I just went ahead and just quickly built that, and by quickly I mean it was like a half hour. Half hour of non-stop building. Oh, alright, so yeah, check it out. I got all the leaves and foliage and stuff down here. There's probably spiders galore in here. I'm gonna smash my face into the wall or into the ground here. But yeah, there's all the foliage is put in here. It looks like I might have missed perhaps a small little bit of bone meal right here. That looks a lot better. All right, and so that means that this is basically done. Check this out though. Like on this walkway right here, let me break my ankles. On this walkway right here, we got these like vines and stuff kind of hanging down, which I think look really cool. So that leads past the badger exhibit, which is right over there. There's the badger. And this is the bullfrog exhibit, which they've since despawned since I put them in here. So this is just a swampy looking wetland area with no animals. I'll have to replace this with another animal that's not going to despawn. So I think the foliage in this area is finished. I'm done. I still need to add like stuff on the ground back there. The whole volcano still needs work. I've been adding these things, as I mentioned at the top of the episode here. I've been adding these basalt flows, but I want to actually redefine some of the shape of this grass and the trees coming up here, and maybe, this is an idea I got floating in my head, sprinkle in like some previous burnt trees along the edge of this basalt flow. I think that might look really cool. But that is a future GReimer issue. Screw that guy. All right, the present GReimer, though, on the other hand, though, he needs to worry about one thing. And I mentioned also that we're going to build some temple. We're going to build like some ruins over in this area, right where the penguins are. And I still want to do that today to wrap up the episode, though. But I don't think I'm going to get to all of this foliage stuff over here, because this has taken me, where's the clock? Carry the 2, 4.5 hours to build. This has been a long recording. So yeah, that's why I quickly just built that off camera. It's because it was going to take a long time. So let's look at our build site here. We're looking at faceplant. We're looking at this area right here. All right, this area up above where the porcupines are. I want to turn this into an area where there's going to be some ruined structure around here. But first, I got to get a layer of grass put down. Behold, grass. I know you guys come here to watch the fine building techniques and the epic builds as they come together, and you probably enjoy it whenever I cut back from doing a little building and it's just grass. This is it. Blank canvas, though. That's how we always roll around here. Just like when we're building an exhibit, we're going to do the same thing around here. Now, the sun is setting, and yes, it does look pretty awesome. But we're not here to look at the sunset, although I did take a screenshot. We're not here to look at the sunset. We got to get to building here. So I am going to lay out the corners of maybe 2 or 3 buildings, possibly destroyed buildings. Okay, they're going to be kind of going down this slope here as well. So maybe one right up here on the top. We're going to just mark out the corners real quick, and they can absolutely be sloped too. They don't have to be like 90 degrees. We can actually make this way more challenging than it needs to be. Okay, I think this is it. Just a few buildings laid out. I don't really need anything too fancy here. So if we look at it from the map here, you can see there's these 3 buildings laid out right here. And as soon as the map updates, there'll be a little something right here too. That's this like cross section right here. Now, what I was thinking about doing here, and I don't really want to get too crazy fancy with it, is put up some kind of marker. I'm having some crazy leg spikes. Put up some kind of marker, almost like this was actually like a flagpole or something, or some kind of decoration thing here before this this area got ruined completely. So it's something simple like that, nothing really fancy to it, you know, just some interesting rubble basically is all I was going for. As far as the rest of these though, I don't want to keep the corners nice and preserved. I want to break them down and get them looking kind of disheveled. So like maybe sprinkling in a little bit of that, as well as, hold on one second, I have the cracked bricks here too. As well as maybe putting a cracked brick in there as well along the way. I think the door for this area would have been right about here, so we're going to go ahead and kind of get that going here too. I do have some cobble slabs I want to sprinkle in here as well. So I'm going to go through and basically rough these up quite a bit and make it look all beaten up and broken down as far as the walls go, but then we're going to have to work on fitting a path in here as well as adding a little bit of foliage in the area. Alright, I got the corners all uglied up, basically, so they look all nice and kind of broken down over the years of deteriorating out here in the weather, not to mention the multiple volcanic eruptions. So yeah, I got it all broken down, looking good. So I do need to get in here though and kind of rough up the floors on the inside of where these things are, because I do want to put down some things like this as a sign that this was once at some point an actual like place, you know, where people lived and resided and did stuff, you know. So I do want to get in here and kind of put in a couple of these polished andesite blocks, because that's one way to let people know, hey, this was actually like floors at some point in time. I honestly don't think I need to do much more than that on this, because I think that looks pretty good, especially once we start making it overgrown. I think that's going to look fantastic. Now I'm going to give the same treatment to this small building here and this other larger building right here. I'm going to put some andesite in the floors. Alright, it's nothing fancy and it's not supposed to be. This is, after all, some ruins, so I think this will be just fine. Now, all I gotta do is put a path kind of connecting all this together, and for that I wouldn't mind using some cobble slabs, but I don't know if I have any more. I think I've used them up. Or perhaps, possibly, I threw them in this chest right here. Yeah, right there, it's in this backpack. Got it. Disaster diverted until another time, when I'm gonna probably lose something else. All right, let's get some cobble slabs to kind of put down where the path is going to go through this, just to kind of give an idea of what we're dealing with. And then grab the coarse dirt and gravel, which I already have on my hotbar, and we're going to go ahead and just kind of very, very loosely sprinkle this in here to mark off this is like an actual footpath. But I don't want to heavily overdo it, because over the however many years this would have actually worn out. And so I think that might be all we get out of it right there. We're going to do the same thing down here, and then fix this up here as well, getting the path put in. Okay, the path is put in. The grass is put down. I think it's about time we actually move on to like foliage and stuff. But that is a whole other can of worms I got to open up. It's a similar can of worms that I just put away from over there. We're talking palm trees. We're talking all sorts of bushes on the ground. Maybe some crops that were left unattended, but they were kind of regrowing every year here. I think that might be a really good idea. But I think that's going to have to wait for another time. It is getting very late here. Recording this episode took a lot longer than I thought it was going to, and I didn't even get everything done. But you can see how the path cuts through here, and we have our buildings and structures kind of dotted along the side of it. Once I get more grass put in here, we can start adding palm trees and everything, connect it over to this body land right here, and get all the greenery filled in. But we did the greenery filled in. It sounded like I said greenery filled in, but the greenery filled in here to make it look like a completed landscape. All right, so what did we do today? What happened? We named this, aside from naming the Saiga antelopes, we also came back here and we finished all the grass, not all the grass, put down all of the foliage, trees, palm trees, all that jazz. In this area, it is now complete. It's done. We're moving into new areas, and not to mention the fact that I still need to actually redefine this coastline from last week's episode. I need to get on that and carve out this volcano and finish the entire zoo over here. There's a lot of stuff to still go on this. But we finished a lot. I had a massive leg spike just now too, so it was a real special moment. All right, bigger one. Oh my gosh, that leg spike was brutal. Oh, it's still kind of going on. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I don't know if the server's crashing or what, but I mean, we're having some hard times. Oh wow, it's bad. Okay. Well, I think that's my sign to get out of here. So if you guys did enjoy this episode, please hit the like button. We're not... Oh my god, the leg. It's usually not this bad. We're not done here, okay? We're not done with this part. Oh my gosh, it is really bad. we're not done with this part of the build at all, but I am done for today because it looks like I'm having some frame rate issues on top of the fact that it's getting very late here. So more ruins to come, more foliage in this area to come. I think we're going to be getting some of this done here. We're moving shop from the western side of the volcano to the northern side. So getting the grass and everything built here. So, all right, if you did enjoy it, please hit that like button before you go. Hopefully you guys have a wonderful rest of your weekend. Tune in tomorrow for Never So Now. We're going to be doing some 7 Days to Die. So stay tuned for that. And we'll be live for that. So yeah, we'll see you guys then. Thanks again for watching. Bye-bye.